Welcome to Celebrity Tweet. This is where we take a closer look at a famous person's tweet, of course, to tweet back. After all, that is what Twitter and all kinds of social networking site is about. Now, today's guest of honor is the one and only Ivanka Trump. For those of you guys who are wondering, who is Ivanka Trump? She's a very famous businesswoman. She's very successful at that. And also, she's an heiress, daughter of Donald Trump. Now, most recently, she tweeted, "I danced so hard at the wedding last night that my legs on fire. Congrats to the happy couple." Now here, she starts out with, "I danced so hard." Now, so hard, you're probably wondering, 뭔가 어렵다 또는 힘들다 이런 뜻으로 많이 사용하는데요. 여기선 그런 의미가 아니라 정말 열심히 했다 이런 뜻으로 사용하는 거예요. 정말 열심히 최선을 다해서 춤을 췄다 이런 뜻으로 I danced so hard라고 했습니다. Where did she do so? At the wedding last night. 어젯밤 결혼식에서 정말 열심히 춤을 췄다고 하는데요. And so what? So what? Her legs are on fire. My legs on fire. 진짜 불이 났다는 게 아니라 왜 여러분 운동 열심히 하거나 정말 열심히 힘들게 최선을 다해서 춤을 추면 다리가 너무나 아파서 이렇게 뜨거운 느낌 오잖아요. 그래서 my legs on fire라는 expression도 많이 사용해요. My legs on fire. My legs on fire means it's really burning hot. Now, congrats to the happy couple. That's pretty straightforward, right? 결혼 축하드려요. 결혼하신 두 분한테 축하 메시지를 드리네요. Now, it is the wedding season after all, so how would you like to tweet back to Ivanka Trump? You said, 미국의 결혼식에 대해 궁금한 점이 많습니다. Interesting. I have many questions about the Korean wedding. But here you tweeted, I have lots of questions regarding America's wedding. Now, what you have written here is literally 미국의 결혼식 그런 뜻으로 돼 있거든요. 근데 미국 자체 그 나라의 결혼식이 아니라 미국에서 하는 결혼식에 대해서 궁금하신 거잖아요. So I think you need to be a little bit more specific. So, how about add in the traditions? The traditions. Can you see this? Okay, I'm going to move this up here so you can see better. The traditions of America's wedding. I think that sounds a little bit funky. So how about just an American wedding? Because it's not the country's wedding. It's the traditional site that could be found in an American wedding, okay? I have lots of questions regarding it. Now, this is okay in the spoken English, but in the written English, lots of sounds weird. But instead, you could say a lot of, okay? Not lots of, but I have a lot of questions, okay? Or you could use a word several, which is the one we utilized earlier in the dialogue, okay? So one last time, all together, you could say, I have a lot of questions regarding the traditions of American wedding. One more time, or let me add just one word to make this sound a little bit more smooth. Because you're talking about a specific wedding, let's add an American wedding. An American wedding, okay? Not just any wedding, but an American wedding. Or if you want to be more general, you could, of course, add the S and make it plural without the A-N. Okay, so one more time. All together, you can say, I have a lot of questions regarding the traditions of an American wedding. One last time. I have a lot of questions regarding the traditions of an American wedding. You know, it's quite interesting because I actually have a lot of questions about a Korean wedding. For example, why do you guys have weddings at nighttime? That's crazy, right? For me, it is at least. And it's a very foreign sight considering that a lot of weddings in Korea seems like it's more for the parents than for the people who are getting married. Now, of course, I think that's appropriate too because thanks to your parents, you're here. But I mean, I think that's a very different standard that we have. All right, but I would like to tweet back, more importantly, right back to Ivanka Trump. This is what I would like to say. I absolutely adore the feeling of a great workout. It sounds like you had an amazing night. Now, what does this mean? 저는 뭔가 운동을 열심히 하고 난 다음에 이렇게 막 몸이 땡기고 아프고 그런 느낌이 너무나 좋아요. 라고 썼습니다. Because she had a workout indirectly and not really voluntarily, but she had a workout at this wedding. 춤을 너무나 열심히 췄기 때문에 운동이 아무래도 됐겠죠. 그래서 저는 운동하고 난 다음에 다리가 떨리고 몸이 뻐근한 그 느낌이 너무 좋다고 트윗을 해봤습니다. Now, Last sentence says, it sounds like you had an amazing night. Now, this is a phrase that you can utilize for almost everything. If somebody had a great birthday party, any kind of occasion that was celebratory, then you could always say, it sounds like you had an amazing night. 당신이 정말 즐거운 밤을 보낸 것 같네요. 이런 뜻이죠. So all together one last time, I would like to tweet back to Ivanka Trump. I absolutely adore the feeling of a great workout. It sounds like you had an amazing night. Now, it really does sound like she had an amazing night, and I hope you guys are spending your weekends with your friends, with your loved ones, doing all kinds of fun, creative activities, because I bet you Seoul has so many things, so many places to explore. So on that note, I'm already ready to say goodbye. You can, of course, check out our website, ebse.co.kr is where you can watch our episodes over and over again. On that note, we're ready to say goodbye. I'll see you all next time here. Bye.